Hello, Hykiri Nation. Welcome to episode 5 of Wrestling with Hykiri. Now, before we jump to all of our topics, I'm going to take this moment and say that I hope all the snaps with Russia and Ukraine is cleared up soon because one war is stupid, and two people should not have to be fearing for their lives and losing their homes because two people can't coexist in this world. It's severely stupid to know that so many innocent people are gonna die because of this, and nobody's really willing to help. So to everybody in Ukraine, or that has family in Ukraine, I wish you all the best of luck. And hope this mess gets sorted out really quickly. All right, guys, let's talk about our first topic as we head on towards WrestleMania. We have an open challenge for WrestleMania where he wanted a surprise opponent for the biggest show of the year. Edge came out with a great promo. A promo that it's a lost art. Don't have that anymore. When you watch that promo, it was just so good. Kudos to Edge for that. But the challenge was accepted. The positive and negatives of this. The positives is we have time to build a feud with AJ Styles answering the opportunity. The negative to me is I would have pulled the open challenge maybe for another week or two to build it to like nobody wants to fight Edge. They really are a superstar. They just nobody felt like they were good enough. And never let Edge build steam going to the show. And when the opponent was finally answered, we had that feud already started. Even if we didn't have the name. Alas, we don't have luxury and we have the answer to the challenge this week on Raw, which was AJ Styles. And I tell you, AJ Styles versus Edge is going to be one of the best matches on the entire card. Edge has been away for, almost a decade. Came back for what, a little over a year now with minor injuries, and he has been working it. Every match he has been an instant classic. So I fully think that if you pair Edge against AJ Styles at WrestleMania, that it's a classic. AJ Styles doesn't need anybody to carry a match for him. Edge doesn't have that need as well, so when you have two wrestlers with opposing styles slightly similar, it makes for great matches regardless. But if you put both of these guys and you know who they are and you can fight, I think you have one of the best matches you can have. AJ Styles, in my opinion, is probably the second greatest wrestler in the current era, right underneath Daniel Bryan. So I think Edge, being a part of this will be, I said it already, it's going to be such a great match. And I think that Edge having a slight heel turn to get his advantage here against AJ Styles in the match. Where he hit the concerto on Edge was good because, sorry, on AJ was good because it builds heat for this match. Not that it really needs much storytelling. I think that the concerto that you see Rivalry playing, what roles in the feud will have AJ. That to be in a face or a trainer and Edge. They were successful, which of course is a heel. So I think Edge is a heel, AJ is a face. Makes this match so good. I don't know if they're gonna add a stipulation. I think it's like no DQ or anything like that. But it doesn't need it. But it also won't hurt it. I think if you put Edge versus AJ without stipulations, it's gonna be a classic. Like if you put a hardcore rated superstar Edge and a stipulation against AJ Styles, I think you get an even bigger match that will exceed expectations. If we're going to take, I guess that's to the victor of this WrestleMania match, I'm going to say AJ Styles with the win right now. But that might change. But I think AJ is the point of his career where he can still push for championships and achieve a world championship, even against Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar right now. But on top of that, I think Edge is just trying to put over the great talent that both rosters have right now. And that Edge needs help. He can put over, but Edge, if you beat Edge at WrestleMania, and he's a heel, you're in line for a huge run after that. So I think, uh, I think this is a good. I think Edge is gonna have fun. AJ is gonna have fun. Gonna push AJ's career a little bit stronger, a little bit further. And the only people that are gonna be a loss here is people that don't like wrestling. As a wrestling fan, you could ask for a better matchup, especially at WrestleMania. Moving on to our next topic, Bianca Belair. I get, I say it a lot that as a wrestler, I'm not really a fan of Bianca. It's not because she's bad. I mean, I love that she has this EST gimmick because it brings a little polish to her athleticism. Because the EST, she's great, as fast, as strong, yes. But against Becky, I still feel like Bianca falls flat. This would be their fourth matchup. I don't see Bianca losing. I see Becky losing, which makes me sad because she's not in the same league as Becky. And right now, nobody really is. Charlotte's close. Ronda's close. But Bianca, I'm not touching. I would have rather seen this match be Becky versus Bailey or Becky versus Asuka. It's not going to happen. I wish it would because the only thing interesting in this rehash feud right now is that Bianca is back to use her ponytail as an in-ring weapon, which is a nice little twist, a nice little addition to her gimmick and to whoever she is. But it's a little dangerous, I think, because when she hit Becky in the ribs and on the stomach region with her hair, we literally saw whelps and bruises from the hairline. That was crazy. So, again, right now, I don't see Becky winning, and that makes me sad. And because it's feud with Mark, that's our Orton match in Becky's title reign, the same title reign, that Bianca's going to have a fourth opportunity, makes me sad. Because this match should have gone to somebody else. Even Alexa Bliss. Why are we bringing Alexa back? Lose in the chamber. And now we don't see her again? WWE, wake up here. We're missing gold. We're wasting opportunities. And fans will suffer by making this a fourth match. Sorry to disagree with WWE on this, but this is a bad call. I see this as a very low card match with no surprises. Pretty probably a very quick match that Becky is going to carry it and ultimately lose to Bianca, and I'm not sure why. So next we have Braun Breaker versus Tommaso Ciampa versus Dolph Ziggler. This week coming, I believe, on NXT. Before we talk about the triple threat, let's talk about the tag match. Uh, the tag match I thought was going to be excellent. And it wasn't bad. The problem here is this match was the opening on NXT this week, and I feel like he had to hold it back because they let all four of those guys wrestle at full potential. Nobody would have stuck around to watch the rest of the show. So I'm pretty sure Rudes, Ziggler, Ciampa, and Breaker were all told to hold back for this match because I don't see how they could, or nobody would stick around. Now we're going into a triple threat title match with Breaker, Ciampa, and Ziggler. This is not WrestleMania, but I think this match will have Braun Breaker retain the NXT Championship and give us a WrestleMania match of Dolph Ziggler versus Tommaso Ciampa at WrestleMania. And maybe this will be the opportunity we get where Ciampa pushed the main roster. And in addition to that, being placed on a very high level matchup for WrestleMania. I'm not going to talk too much about this matchup because it's not WrestleMania and it's not even a big show for NXT. So I think Breaker wins. They set up a bigger match for their version of WrestleMania in a few weeks. But the story we want to go with in this match is Ziggler and Ciampa. And I think, as I said earlier with Edge and AJ Styles, and these guys are let to wrestle with no hellbacks and no gimmicky stories that make the match less of a wrestling match if you just let Ciampa and Ziggler go. This might still be a WrestleMania show. It very well could still the show. But it's still a long ways away, so we'll have to see where it takes us. Sticking with NXT, let's talk about that promo that was cut by Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes was first brought into NXT 2.0. Dumb name, by the way. I was not a fan. They had Carmelo pair up with this other guy named Tricky, I think. And that's maybe even less of a Carmelo Hayes fan. Because I did nothing for him. There's the whole gimmick of him seemed like a very bad reenactment of everything that Time did. Rest in peace. Part of the roster. Or one of them passed away. But this promo, well, before we get to the promo, as Carmelo wrestled, I became more of a fan. Not really a big fan of his finishing maneuver, but his wrestling was on point. So I grew into Carmelo. And then this week, he cut one of the worst promos that I have ever heard on NXT. That promo was bad. I don't know who came out and said, hey, this is Carmelo cut a promo like this. And if it was on him, shame on you, Carmelo. That's a horrible promo. But it makes me wonder if Carmelo has problems cutting promos, and this is not just a blunder, but this is going to be one of those things that keeps happening. It makes me wonder how close of a short title reign Carmelo will have, because in my opinion, as I've always said, a champion should be great in the ring and great on the microphone. Carmelo has the wrestling, but at this promo, I'm a little worried for him. Okay, now let's bring it out to the news that Tony Khan, who is owner of AEW, decided to buy ROH, which is Ring of Honor. That's a tough say because the Ring of Honor is a company that sells off of pure in-ring wrestling. Very little gimmicking, very little storytelling, and a whole lot of wrestling. And right now, they were going for a year for, I believe, financial issues during COVID, which a lot of wrestling companies suffered with that. But when you come back, when AEW wants to purchase your company, you are having a hard time being happy with this decision. Because AEW already has such a huge roster that what are you going to do? You just bought a company who has its own roster. So how are you going to utilize any of their talent that you just purchased and let these guys go? I mean, you're not buying it because of the video library. Because it's mostly, if you ask a normal wrestling fan, they probably won't know what Ring of Honor is. You have to ask the hardcore wrestling fan, and they'll know a lot about Ring of Honor. But as a casual fan, they know nothing, and that hurts this purchase because Ring of Honor, being a very well-known indie league with a good home point. So many wrestlers hired by WWE, AEW, Impact, and everything else. I think that, this is a bad call. I don't see AEW having enough room to use all their talent. And now you buy a company. I don't understand how you're going to have this company's talent shown as they should be. So, I don't think it's a bad decision to take away your competition. But I feel like this is a big problem that keeps getting bigger with AEW. They keep hiring and hiring. and fire in the locker room, and nobody is. You can't show everybody. Not everybody can be put on TV every week, and we're looking at a roster with, I would say, easily 60 or more wrestlers, and you already had to create extra titles to give people you thought that two champions could be champions. So you're adding another roster. It's just not good, guys. It's just not good. Talk about another match on AEW. That was Ryan Danielson versus Christopher Daniels. As you may, it's no secret that I'm a huge Daniel Bryan fan. But I am also a Christopher Daniels fan. And seeing these guys go one on one was such a great match. I mean, I was worried to be a little low because of Daniel's eye, the eye injury that was suffered when he wrestled against the Hardy Boy Rejects. Yeah. And, I mean, Daniel's a great wrestler, and Danielson is the best. So when you put them together, you obviously just are going to be the match of the night. That's why I went to the main event. I mean, of course, it's set up, a good promo between Daniel Bryan and Moxley, which again, I really hope it's a good match. Moxley obviously wins. I just hope the match is good. But enough about that bad matchup. So what this match is, when Bryan caught Danielson Christopher Daniels, he did the best moonsault ever. What's the name of him, by the way? But he did the best moonsault ever. And Danielson caught in the triangle choke to tap him out. That was on point. And that was the first time I've ever seen a moonsault counter and a submission. That was so epic. But if you watched it, you saw the blunder, right? The referee was out of position, and Christopher Daniels tapped. He tapped really early in the submission move, but the referee never saw it. So they had to go with the whole he passed out, which was still a good ending. I just find it funny that the referee in such a high caliber match when missed a call like that. Another bad mark for AEW. The referee should not be missing calls in your main event, especially when your match is the main event of the show and easily a 5-star match. This one was a good 5-star as well. And I think if it was anybody else, probably like a 3-star. But the way the match ended, the way it flowed, counters, the submissions, the chain wrestling, it's so good. I'm telling you guys. Even if you're not a fan of AEW, find this match and watch it. If you're a wrestling fan, you need to see this. Then we're going to talk about, or now we're going to talk about the promo between CM Punk and MJF. I don't know how you are the creative team and if they're even involved in this. Whoever thought this promo between Punk and MJF was a good idea is stupid. Because this whole MJF, I looked at you CM Punk, and when you walked out on the company, when you walked out on fans, when you walked out on the wrestling fans, walked out on WWE, you hurt me, man. And I wanted to know that my career I always wanted to be like you. And then you walked out on me. And now I want to be the best. I want to be better than CM. We're going to use. You hurt me as a kid. You broke my heart and crushed my dreams. Promo factors. In this feud way. And who writes this? Who thought this was a good idea? This match did not need this part of an angle. But neither did CM Punk. So Chris Jericho. I was alcoholic. And he beat me up. I became a wrestler and on straight edge because that match didn't need it. This match doesn't need it. The dog kind of stipulation. It doesn't need it. I don't know what AEW and the people involved were thinking about this. Because I made that idea. But, CM Punk will probably walk out the winner since MJF won the last meet. But honestly, I would like to see MJF win again. He's such a good heel. Yeah, I want to see MJF beat CM Punk twice. Just push him to that next level of being a heel. So I think that's all you needed. You didn't need all this stupid promo junk. They're trying to turn it into this. This match was great without any of that. And now we have our final topic of the day. Ricochet and Finn Balor both becoming champion. Finn Balor becoming Intercontinental Champion. And Ricochet becoming United States Champion. Actually, that may be backwards. I think Ricochet is. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The point of this is that I'm glad that Ricochet is receiving a push. I'm glad Finn Balor is receiving a push. I'm glad both men have a championship. I'm glad that the champion promises that the on WrestleMania in some faculty there will be a reason that have that title defense. But my problem here is Finn Balor and Ricochet are mid-card champions. Finn Balor is a world-renowned champion in New Japan, in NXT, in WWE. He was the first WWE Universal Champion. So why are you putting him as mid-card champion? Sure, he's on WrestleMania, but now he's already in mid-card. Finn Balor top level. He should not be mid-card champion. No matter if he's Finn Balor, Prince Balor, or the Demon Balor. Finn Balor's better than this. I don't know why WWE is so strong on keeping him on the mid-card level. But how does Finn Balor, as a mid-card champion, finally makes Damian Priest look a little weak now? He had a good, strong build as a champion. And with Damian Priest, and take it away, and you put Finn Balor the champion, I'm not really sure where you're going at with Finn Balor here, and I'm not sure what you're doing with Damian Priest now. I really don't know how these two go together. I want to see Damian Priest. I was like, man, he needs to work on his gimmick a little bit. Give him a purpose, yes. But he can still be there. Just need to trust in him. Evaluate his replacement a little, but I think 5 years from now, Damian Priest has a good chance at being a world champion. I just don't understand how this makes sense with Finn Balor as a champion. Now, on the other hand, we have Ricochet as a champion. And I'm 100% behind this. Ricochet, for whatever reason, doesn't get pushed correctly in WWE. Like, in his first title run was a little bad. And then you had him eliminate Brock Lesnar in the Royal Rumble. Only to have Brock Lesnar squash him in 10 seconds. That made no sense to me. Look up Ricochet or his former aliases. King Ricochet or Prince Puma on YouTube. And just watch some of his superb matchups. And you will see why Ricochet is probably the best high flyer wrestling today. In a wrestling match, it's hard to say. Anybody that can be on the same level that Ricochet is on. But Ricochet as a champion and being put in WrestleMania is a great choice. I really think it's a good idea. Hopefully they get him opponent worthy of a WrestleMania title match. And hopefully he wins because Ricochet's a great wrestler. And I want to see him improve and be pushed and one day make it to the world title picture. I fully believe Ricochet everything he needs to hit that top ceiling, top of the mountain, break that glass ceiling and just to the world that may not be 7 feet tall, 300 pounds of pure muscle, but I can fly, baby. It's called Ricochet, right? Anyway, guys, that's my. I hope you enjoyed this wrestling vlog. If you did enjoy it, please leave some comments below. Hit that like button. And if you ever want to see me go live, check me out on Twitch. You can also find this video on my Rumble and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube. Hykiri Nation, thank you. All you have given me, and I hope you enjoyed this. And I hope to see you again next week. Bye, my friends.